No, I can't because she's not under my thumb on a bond. Don't contact him if you don't have to, Mr. Hurdaro. And if you do contact him, it's only about your daughter. You're just buying trouble if you do. All right, so I'm going to continue the personal bond. I'm going to order no contact other than third party for the child visitation. Mr. Harrell. Yeah, so I've got his domestic violence file. I've also got a 9/22/24 Drobo license suspended and a May 26/23 Drobo license. He's never been sentenced because we can't get him to show up for court. So I can sentence on those two if he'll let me sentence on a Judge Martin DWLS. Yeah, I got the domestic. We'll get back to that. I've got a Drobo license suspended that he took a plea in front of Judge Martin. This file goes back to September 22/24 incident date. I can sentence him today if he's okay with me sentencing him instead of Judge Martin. Oh, just to get it done.
Yeah.
All right. Then we've got another file that's my file, and this one's from May 26/23, Drobo license, unlicensed or without cycle endorsement. He's never been sentenced on that. So we can sentence on those two today, and then we can talk about the domestic. All right. So are you working? Where are you working? Aunt Millie's, and that's a new job.
This is my third.
Yeah. Okay. What's the status of your license? You still suspended? All money issues? You're living right here on 4th Street? All right. What days are you working at Millie's?
Hard to see, so like this week I work Monday, I was off Tuesday, and I work Wednesday, and I was off Thursday, which is today. I go to work tomorrow. And I'm on Saturday, Sunday, next week, I work.
How far in advance do you know your schedule? Do they do it once a month?
They do it for once a month.
All right. All right.
I think I kind of go out for like Monday, walk Tuesday, Wednesday, then I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
All right. So what I'll do on these two files is you're already into us for way too much money. So I'm just going to order 5 days on the work program on each of these files. Do you?
I'm sorry to do this. Can you please give me those keys?
Oh, yeah, sure. 240742 and 24 RP 05628B.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So scratch that one. I'll give you another one. 23 VB 01712A. So on each of those, you owe me 5 days on the work program. Do you?
10 days all good.
Correct, but no money on those two. Do you have your schedule far enough in advance so you can schedule those today, or do I need to give you some time to come back and schedule those? Like after you get your July schedule or something?
My schedule was in the car. I think it's going to follow to July 2nd.
So that doesn't give you enough time. So I'm going to give you until, are we open the 5th? We'll close the 5th, aren't we?
We're closed on the 3rd.
We'll close the 3rd, so we're here the 5th?
This Sunday.
Oh, I'm looking at Jim. Okay, yeah. So I'm assuming you'll have the next schedule by the 3rd of July because this schedule's up the 2nd, right? So I'm going to give you until the 10th to come in here and pick those 10 days. Or if you have to, pick 5 days in July, and then when you get your August schedule, come back and pick 5 more, or whatever you can do. Okay? You got that, Vanessa?
Top of office community management.
Right, you understand that? This is separate from the files I sent you down to talk to Avery about. So whatever you work out with Avery on that $4,000 you owe us, if he's giving you the option to do work program there, it's not these 10 days, it's different 10 days. You can't double dip. I'm giving you enough grace on these now. Understood? All right, so now what I've got is the domestic violence file from July 13, 2023. He's scheduled for sentencing in front of Judge Patton on July 7 at 9:45. So given the fact that the sentencing is just a little over a week away.
Not a sentence. I just gave you new.
Oh,
That's just,
Oh, he's never,
he's not, he doesn't hear.
okay. All right.
So wait, is there?
So we can sentence on July 7th. Is that what?
We can have a pre-trial on
Oh.
July 7th.
He hasn't been convicted of that.
He hasn't pled on it yet,
No, nothing.
Okay,
Okay.
He,
so we can give him a July 7th pretrial date.
The last step, okay? That is,
I already had that.
Tuesday.
You've had a lot of pretrial scheduled, but
I had.
but the case hasn't been resolved. You haven't set it for trial, you haven't taken a plea, so we got to do it.
I do that. Not guilty. Then the last one, it wasn't here, it was in another court, they switched it to this one. And the lawyer, I had pictures and everything.
You're getting something mixed up because the domestic violence never goes anywhere else.
He showed me pictures of her face and everything.
Yeah, but domestic violence doesn't get switched to another court.
It's happening in Belleville, it didn't happen.
Yeah, Belleville's venue is here. Belleville stuff happens, goes through here.
It was not gonna be in front of Judge Oakley, right?
Currently, I can give them a judge patent date 7/7. That's the quickest date we can get. Yeah, but this case hasn't been handled yet. You might have been here before, but it's not resolved. So either it's got to be dismissed, there's got to be a trial date set, there's got to be a plea taken. Somehow we got to get it resolved.
Like last time when I came, and I
That's
said,
it.
when I scheduled, it was this building, when I scheduled, and I missed my work program, I was seeing on domestic violence, and that's when they showed me the pictures. I'm like,
Okay.
Okay,
Go, listen.
but that doesn't matter because the case hasn't been resolved. It's an open case. You got to deal with it.
Come back for a pre-trial. So that's gonna be the 7th.
The 7th. The 7th. 9:45. No, we're not working around your work schedule anymore.
So it's on Zoom.
Can you get a break at work so you can Zoom?
oh, yeah, I got
Okay, it's 9:45, it's Zoom. All right. So, Ms. Feduro, July 7, 9:45, the prosecutor's gonna want to hear from you on that day.
Okay,
All right?
okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Okay, now you need to go downstairs.
Well, let's talk about bond.
Well, this was an arena?
No, he got arraigned back in June. He's on a personal bond. I'm just gonna order no contact. So no contact with her.
What about our 11-year-old daughter that he's doing this in
Want
front
to
of?
have contact with him? Between now and July 7th, do you want to have contact with him?
I do not.
Can we arrange for the child to be exchanged through a third party, Your Honor?
Ms.
This
Feduro,
is
you hear that?
happening in front of our daughter, Your Honor.
All I want to know is, do you want to have contact with him?
I do
before?
not.
Okay, can you arrange third-party pickup for your daughter? If
Sure.
he's supposed to have her this week and you can make that arrangement, who do you want to use for third party?
My sister,
Your sister's name is?
Gina Fredero.
You can do that?
Yes. What? With that, can you order that she don't contact me?
No, I can't because she's not under my thumb on a bond. I can suggest it.
Gina.
Don't contact him if you don't have to, Mr. Hurdaro, and if you do contact him, it's only about your daughter. You're just buying trouble if you do.
I know that.
Yeah, sure, go
All
ahead.
right, so I'm gonna continue the personal bond. I'm gonna order no contact other than third party for the child visitation.
Thank
Are we clear, Mr. Harrell? All right. Good luck. Thank you, Ms. Feduro.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Mr. Thomas and I, Tim Josh Adley, appearing on behalf of Mr. Terrell Thomas, for today's sentencing hearing on the operating while visibly impaired offense. Your Honor, we did review the PSI, nothing factual, accurate, nothing that needs to be deleted, corrected, or added. As to the recommendation, we would ask the court to adopt said recommendation. My client's father is here with me in court.
That guy right there, I bet. Good morning.
Certain family and right now, the family sharing a car, Mr. Thomas doesn't have a driver's license.
Yep.
A little bit of concerns about his availability to get to and from the work program.
Yep.
I'm not trying to, again, father and son both said, understand that actions have consequences. They're just kind of looking forecasting down the road to see, man, it might be a little tough getting up here for you.
What's the status of his license?
But not valid.
And no end in sight?
Never had one, never applied, never did test for.
And potentially sound like there may be medical, I don't think it'd be anything as far as like with test, getting it that would be.
He's in the spectrum autistic.
Okay,
He could drive, he could read. It's just when you put
the
it in
testing issue.
paper,
Yeah, yeah,
So passing the written test, maybe the.
yeah. He's probably a real good driver, but he's not a good test taker. Yeah.
So, my client, as you can tell, fully supportive of the family
Sure.
here. Father's certainly concerned, about drinking and where things are at.
Right.
What we're looking at here, I'm explaining to my client that the court has a couple of goals in mind. One is to protect the public and make sure that these types of actions don't happen again moving forward. And one is to rehabilitate, truly to make sure that this individual has this issue as, all the tools that would be available to get the issues fixed or presented to them. Lead somebody to water and let them drink. And that's really what we're talking about here. I think my client is understanding that this is kind of that, break point when there's a fork in the road. There's been some discussion with the family about possibly seeking out maybe some education.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly the court and the probation department will not stand in the way if that's the decision the family thinks is going to be a good fit for him, but that's not what's being ordered or mandated.
Right.
Did also explain that if there's difficulties stopping drinking, that there is the Gray Bar Hotel down in Wayne County that you can't try out, and that's not the preferred place to do that. So I think my client has been fully, apprised of what the path forward looks like, what consequences will look like if he's not able to kind of nip this in the bud. And we stand before the court humbled and ready to, do everything we can to comply.
All right. Anything you want to add? Okay.
that's on that.
You mind? Go ahead.
It's been, doing this for quite some time now, 8 years. Very, very manipulative.
Mhm.
Love him to death. His mom loves him to death. We can't force, he has to go into an inpatient class.
Yep.
But being around alcohol, just that day off, he could just have one drink and it's gonna lead to a weekend of drinking. He's been to work, June? 10 days this year. It's just.
And you still have the job?
Because he's FMLA and he's on doctor's treatment. He takes medicine, but it doesn't get him sick anymore.
Right.
He pops it, it just doesn't work anymore.
You're going to kill yourself. You know that.
We try, we have one car. He called an Uber 1:30 in the morning to go to the store. His mom has to get out of bed because he don't have the money to get back. That type of stuff.
Right.
And it's
He's living with you?
rent free, works at Ford, good job, spoiled rock. Just he takes our love for, I've been awarded with state. I beat alcoholism. I know what he's going through.
Yeah.
It's just
Makes it even harder on you. Yeah.
what it is. He really needs to be in an inpatient for a while. He had to go to court. Hear him detox tears there.
Right.
But he had to do it to go to court.
Right.
After court order over. I don't know.
And he's got good insurance.
What he's gonna do. And it's just
What do you think about inpatient?
my house at least 150 times last year over. They don't take them away because we have to press charges.
Right.
Yes. Nobody don't press charges.
Yeah. You might have to. I know what I'm asking.
help.
I know,
It's not gonna get it. Oh,
but sometimes the only way to get him help is to put him in the system where they have to get help.
yeah, but he's autistic. I think it's chemically, something's not right up there. Like evaluation or something. Something is not right.
But he knows he's on the wrong path.
Yeah, he does. He's
Oh,
fully,
I don't doubt it.
he's fully aware that he takes.
Have you thought about treatment? Why?
You don't think he needs, understand that all police. I'm not against probation and nothing
Yeah.
like that. Now that he's on probation, the police are called, he violates it, he goes to jail. That's not what we want.
I don't want to put him in jail.
And I did explain to both father and son that that's where that path does lead.
Yeah.
Police contact while on probation, while the court can, exercise discretion and grace. Not that much. If there's police contact on that frequent of a basis, you're gonna be back into a corner where you've only got your tools left, which at that point could look like frustration. So
Just called the ambulance on himself because he was drinking so much and he was having chest pains. We done took him to the doctor, ambulance many times, psych ward.
Let me ask you a question. What are the chances of you staying out of trouble completely for 12 months? What's that? Cannot?
Yeah, he's in a predicament. He knows something's gonna happen.
All right.
We threatened him.
I'm going to put you on probation, but I am going to put you in jail if you keep up the foolishness. I'm highly encouraging you to just go into, you can do the inpatient. You're still going to have a job when you get out. Most of the people I'm dealing with, their decision is I go to inpatient or I can work because I can't do both. Because if I go inpatient, I lose my job. Ford's they can't fire you because of inpatient. Yeah.
Get an Uber, he could go to work and back to his.
So here's what we're going to do. And brother, I would love to cheerlead you into sobriety. I would love to help play that role. But I'm going to sentence you to the recommendation of probation. Instead of the work days, because I don't want to cause extra transportation issues for the family, I'm going to order that you do 60 hours of community service, which means charity work. I would waive the community service if you went into an inpatient program.
Go to one. It's like AA. Go to an AA. You don't have to. I mean, you have.
I want him inpatient. So for at least 28 days, you're not sleeping at home, you're sleeping in the facility. You give yourself a 28-day vacation in essence. You focus on nothing but sobriety for 28 days. Ford Motor Company is going to pay for it because you got that kind of insurance. Ford Motor Company is going to have a job for you when you get done because you've got that kind of job. And you get a chance to save your flipping life. Dude, if you and I sat down over a hot bevy somewhere and spent a couple hours and we just listed on a pad of paper all the major problems that can be directly traced to your alcohol use, we could probably fill the pad. Relationships that you've blown up, decent jobs that you've lost. You're just really lucky you're with Ford Motor Company and they'll put up with this kind of stuff.
I got him in there and I hurt myself at my old job just before I was leaving and I got him in there. And that was,
Right.
enough.
But thanks be to God, as grandma used to say, because this kind of job is probably one of the best jobs if you want to try to get yourself sober. Like you said, they'll pay for a good program. They'll keep his job open for him. I'm not ordering inpatient. I'm not ordering it. I'm just telling you, if the foolishness continues, you're going to end up in jail. I'd much rather have you in treatment.
We say, inpatient, you don't have to be the community service, correct? And I can't get you back and
So-
forth.
You're on my client, his father have my number. What I encourage them definitely is, just reach out to me as soon as they make a decision and I'll get the details to Mr. Foley.
We'll help you get in.
I was just about to ask,
Yeah.
because we don't know how.
No, that's our rodeo. We ride that horse all the time. So here's what I'm adopting in full the recommendations. Fines it costs $1,300. Before you leave the building today, go down, talk about options, get some kind of a plan on the money. I'm ordering 60 hours of community service. I want that done within the next 4 months, or I will waive that if you get into an inpatient program. And finish it, obviously. I mean, if you check yourself in and come out, I'm not going to waive the community service.
It's every chance given or something. It's your decision, but I would definitely.
So I'll be there for this service, gotta stay away from anything. 1 month.
And the reason I said 28 is I don't know any inpatients that's shorter than that. Maybe there is. I don't know.
First week is radio silence, no phones.
Right.
You know, outside contacts, you don't have to worry about what they're doing, what anybody else is doing.
People that call there, it kind of starts kind of building out from that. So
The inpatients we looked at, they were all out of state to,
I love that if it's an option.
discourage them from leaving, but
Yeah, because they got to walk home.
being his mom, it's just kind of worried, you know what I'm saying, out of state.
There's great programs close to home.
There are,
Lots of them.
I get a list of them, I
Yeah.
looked tonight,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get.
I don't want you to look into it.
You know, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
At the very least, he can call his attorney and say, look, I need help.
But you don't think he needs help in this area?
He's hearing it today from the bench.
Then I'll see him again.
Yeah, she's only-
All right. Good luck, Mr. Miller.
Yeah, sorry. No, Miller's next.
Thomas.
Thomas.
Oh, hold on. Thomas, I already passed your file off.
Okay.
so.
Miller?
Typically under the first floor, basement, right below wherever, probation.
All these people that are short,
Then-
or like the work program and community. rooms.
Yeah, upstairs.
Maybe-
Oh, they don't have that in there.
Right, but they are offered, so
Yeah, but if they just want to come in here and talk to me, they can.
they don't have to speak to the attorney, the attorney. Otherwise, if they don't want them, they can sort of try it here. Yeah, fine.